I like the way you see the world.
I changed my mind.
A beautiful mess, we're a wreck. Can't get enough when I find a way to escape. You pull me back in, can't get away. Always come back to you, but we can't seem to get this shit right. I'm giving us one last try. This the last time. See how we vibe. At times everything feels so right. Then I get fed up and then we fight. Can't seem to leave you alone, cause you got a hold on me. So sick of going through the stormy weather. All my girls steady telling me I deserve better, but I'm so stuck on you. Nobody loves me like you do. Are you afraid to compromise? You don't even try. Why can't you say what's on your mind? Don't just say you're fine, cause you know why. I hate when you lie. Just be real with me. Do you love me or not? A beautiful mess, we're a wreck. Can't get enough when I find a way to escape. You pull me back in, can't get away. Always come back to you, but we can't seem to get the shit right. I'm giving us one last try. This the last time.
I already know the vibe. When it's time to say bye, we know this could be the last time, but that's highly unlikely. We run into each other's mind. FaceTime is a new pastime. If you're speaking on these soul time, I'll take it up a notch in my lifeline. I don't wanna die, so please don't leave, cause I know when you get home it's lonely. You can stay up all night till the morning. You already told me, baby, show me if you love me like you say you do. You know mama didn't raise a fool, and I've been trying to keep my cool, but the shit that we're doing got me in the mood, and it's tearing up my heart and soul. We're apart, I feel it too, and no matter what I do, I feel the pain with or without you.
A beautiful mess, we're a wreck. Can't get enough when I find a way to escape. You pull me back in, can't get away. Always come back to you, but we can't seem to get the shit right. I'm giving us one last try. This the last time. Beautiful mess, we're a wreck. Can't get enough when I find a way to escape. You pull me back in, can't get away. Always come back to you, but we can't seem to get the shit right. I'm giving us one last try. This the last time. This the last time, baby. Ooh, I swear.
Hey y'all.
What's going on, yo? What's going on?
Shoot, not too much. I've been chilling all day today, chilling hard too. You hear me?
I feel you on that. Ain't nothing like relaxing, yo. Long week. We getting ready for the next work week. You know, you gotta enjoy yourself.
Man, look, I've been in there watching Mission Impossible. I don't know what it is with me in a series,
Right.
but I wanted to spend the whole thing, just spend the whole thing,
Just going through them.
just watching. So I've been on the Mission Impossible kick. I said when we get done today, I'm going back in there to finish watching episode 3. I'm gonna finish watching part 3.
We gonna watch
Um,
part 3.
but you been having a good day today though?
Yeah, I've been having a good day, yo. Was around some friends, got the, baby shower type of situation, so good vibes. It was definitely good.
You know, I think that it's dope now that baby showers include men because back in the day that wasn't a thing. It
Right.
used to just be women only. Men was not going to them baby showers. But no.
Times have changed, but this is the thing, though. I think I'm just going to pay my respect and leave. Come to find out, I walk into a movie set. So this is actually the first baby shower that actually get drafted for a film while they filming the baby showers.
That's actually pretty cool though when you think about it. Like that's actually really, really cool.
Dope. Yeah, because the baby will remember that. It's like when they get older, they'll be able to look back. Like it was a big production, so I had a good time.
Yeah, well, that's dope. That's dope. I hope everybody who's watching, y'all had a great weekend. Um, I'm your host, Natalie, and Si's my co-host for the relationship series. We
Right.
on episode 5, dating etiquette. So I hope y'all are strapped in and ready to ride. This episode should be a little bit lightweight, should be a little fun. I know our last episodes have been a little heavy, a lot of information, so you should be able to kick back and relax a little bit on this one. Still take you some detailed notes, or just be thinking about some things in your mind as we kind of go through this outline. So I guess we're gonna get right into it.
Jump into it.
Ain't no
Dating.
time to do it like the present.
Ain't no time like the present. Yo, dating.
Dating. So we've talked about communication. We've talked about the different types of relationships. We've talked about sex, love, and intimacy.
Right.
We really hit some things. So I feel like we hit some of the key things as far as standards and boundaries, communication, sex, love, and intimacy. And of course, our first one, let's talk to perspective, just about different types of relationships. So now that you kind of got a grasp, I feel like if you've done your homework, you should be on track, because we know the first one was about standards and boundaries.
Right.
Our second one was all about communication. Our last one was all about sex, love, and intimacy. And you had questions for those, whether or not you were married or you're single and you want these things.
Right.
So now that you have an idea, right? You know what your standards are. You know what your boundaries are. You know that you can communicate, or if you're not great at it, you know what you need to do to be a better communicator. And now you really kind of understand where you want to go with sex, love, and intimacy, and those things that you want in a relationship, and have a better understanding of how they work. Dating is how we're going to get there, right? We gotta date before we can even get there. And what's crazy is a lot of people are doing online dating.
Right.
So I'm going to kind of tackle this a little bit from both ways to kind of help the people a little bit. So if you've been online dating, we know that you've been communicating for X amount of time before you actually go on that date, right? But for people that meet each other, usually you might do a little bit of conversing, but then it's like, okay, we're going on some dates. I noticed that the online process, it takes them a little bit longer to get into the dating realm for some odd reason, and I'm not quite sure why. Salute. So dating is supposed to be fun,
right?
But it ain't always fun.
It ain't always fun.
Dating can be stressful,
right?
But this is important. Dating etiquette is very, very, very important, and a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm gonna keep it light for y'all. I'm not gonna go too deep into dating etiquette because we can get real sidebar with that. So, but there are a number of reasons why dating etiquette is important. The first one is when you have your guardrails in place, such as your standards and your boundaries, it helps you to stay in your lane.
Wow.
And protect you from others who don't have the best intentions for you.
Right.
Dating, again, is the weeding process. Okay. It also allows you to get to know someone within the limits. These limits help you to implement the standards and the boundaries.
Right.
Because you're putting the limits up based on those standards and boundaries. So it's a guardrail, and it also allows you to do certain things within a limit. Keeps you protected from overly investing where you shouldn't be overly investing in things of that nature.
Right.
Okay. So dating etiquette allows you to vet out qualities and see the genuineness of a person and the consistencies. I'm a firm believer. I believe half of what people will tell me and more about what they'll say or do.
When they do. Right.
Because your pattern is going to tell me a whole lot more than that mouthpiece gonna tell. Right. But the mouthpiece is still important. But they should line up with each other.
Right.
And dating
We
is
go in different directions.
right. So be careful if you're online dating or if you met someone and you exchange numbers. Be careful because we can get really wrapped up in, and this is something that I know that some people are going through. I'm not gonna put no names out there, but I know some people are going through. They get in these little phone conversations, and now you done had a healthy 2-3 weeks of nothing but conversing over the phone about everything under the sun.
Right.
First of all, everything under the sun shouldn't be coming out in the forefront, no way. Okay, and that's part of dating etiquette. So we're gonna get into that. So
right.
if you're online dating, or if you've met someone, the opportunity is to call them, or you call and say, you guys exchange numbers, whatever. Hey, you might chop it up a little bit and be like, hey, well, you want to go out?
Right.
Going out, get out. Don't let that phone conversation be a be all, because a lot of times we will expose or we'll do too much in conversation. We've exposed ourselves, and now people kind of know how to work you based on too much information.
Right.
So everything needs to be in small doses, okay? So, dating etiquette. Most important ones that I like to consider are most important to me. These may not be most important to you. You can cherry pick them and make them fit what is on your list, but this is just a guide to kind of help you out, right?
All right.
So always be on time. I done told y'all, I don't play with time. I don't play with time. I don't play with time.
That's a Ja Rule song right there. Big Ja Rule song. Always on time.
Always on time. I need you to be on time. Right. Rob said couldn't get 5 minutes. No, look, we live in a world of technology. Okay. If somebody's running late, they should be able to go ahead and voice that. Okay. Now this goes for the same principle. Most in this day and age with dating, nobody should be coming to your house. We haven't gotten to that part yet. We'll get to that part later. But you should be meeting someone. Right. Y'all need to be on time. Drive yourself. Be there. Be on time. Okay. Right. Put your phone away. We live in a technology society where people are glued to these things. When you are out on a date, your phone should not be nowhere present. That phone should be in your purse. Ladies, men, it should be in your pocket. You can have it on vibrate, you know what I'm saying? Take a call if it's an emergency or something of that nature. But if it's not, attention focus is one of the most important dating etiquettes. That it's important. It's critical. Because if you're with someone and y'all out on this date, but you're glued to a phone, or you're taking all these phone calls, you're showing that person that they're not important. Right. So that's already a red flag.
Yeah, that's a fact right there.
It's not old school. This is. I mean, but me and my husband, if you're in a relationship, you still have to date. Period. Now get into why you have to do that, but it's about being able to be present. Right. I don't want to look at your phone. If the phone is out, we're not talking. And you'll go places, I don't know, you go to restaurants and things like that, you'll see people in there and everybody's on their phone.
The whole family. I done seen it. The whole family, parents, kids, everybody on the phone.
Nobody talks. Like, is it going to kill you to separate yourself from the phone? So my thing is, if you can't pull yourself from the phone, then you don't need to be on no dates. Right. Because it requires you to get your head out of, false reality and into reality. Right. So many of us want to live in our heads, but the opportunity to actually live, we don't want to do that. And you have to do that in order to date. Right. Okay. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't go in there pretending and lying and telling stories already. You know what I'm saying? Trying to boast in yourself. Right. Don't do that. You'll get a better result just being yourself. Okay. Please be yourself. Yeah. Dress appropriately for the dates. This is for men and for women. Okay. I'm tired of seeing, listen to me. grown men. When I say grown, if you 35 and over, I could really put you in the bracket at 30, but I'm gonna give you some leeway because men don't pick up speed right away when they turn 30. And I'm not trying to say y'all slow, but y'all a little slow sometimes because y'all brain don't click 100%. If you between the ages of really 25 to 40, you need to be learning how to dress appropriately for a date. And when I say dress appropriately for the date, think about where you're going and let that attire be that. If you're going to a really nice restaurant, and when I say nice, I'm going to give some examples of places here in North Carolina. I don't know where everybody else goes, but like if you going to Firebird or you going to, Roof Chris, or you going to Cafe Lou, I'm not saying you got to put on a suit. That's not what I'm trying to tell you that you have to do. Right. But it would be nice for you to put on, a pair of khakis, a nice shirt. You know what I'm saying? Some men do the blazers, put the blazer on. If you don't want to wear hard bottoms, and for those men who do not know what hard bottoms is, y'all are fire. Okay, some hard bottoms. You could wear some sneaker types like from Aldo, that are really cool, but they're more casual geared sneakers. Nobody tell you to come out in them Jordans. Okay, I got that you done spent $250. I got that you done spent $250, but that ain't that kind of date. It's not that kind of date. Well, no, sir.
Right. I'm with Cruz, Tim's and cargo pants.
Man, don't let Cruz get y'all out here twisted, okay? Because that man show up in them hard bottoms now. That boy dressed clean. He gets clean on now.
I got the hard bottoms on right now.
Yeah, see the hard bottoms? You can wear a nice pair of loafers. My thing is dress appropriately for the dates. Ladies, I love y'all to death, and I know fashion is a big thing right now. But let me tell you something. Some of this fashion ain't it. Don't bring your tail out there half naked. Put some clothes on. Believe it or not, men are more attractive. And I don't care what people say. You get a better result when you cover yourself. And that is facts. Because men love what is to the imagination. If they can see all of it, yes, he's going to lust after it, but it's also going to put his mind in an unhealthy place. He's not going to be able to focus. So you really need to be mindful of that for yourself. So it's not just on men, it's also on women. Really kind of gauge where you're going and dress appropriately. Okay. Another thing for dating etiquette, for me, is manners.
Have some manners. Show some respect. Show some class while you're out there.
Look. Men, open some doors. Open some doors. If y'all met to the venue, when she get there, you can open her car door. If you know what I'm saying, you can. If y'all decide to meet up and park right next to each other, you can open her car door. If it's not that deep, then at least open the door to the venue for her. Pull out her chair if y'all are sitting in a place that requires a chair to be pulled out. Have good manners. Right. Manners go a long way. For some odd reason, we got 35, 40-year-olds, people my age running around here like they ain't grow up with a big mama, like they ain't got no manners in the world. Right. Have some manners. Okay. Table manners. Big thing for me. Okay. I can't stand people who chew with their mouth open or you trying to talk while you got a mouthful of food. That just annoys me to death. But believe it or not, the way you eat and behave while eating says a lot about your personality. Wow. A lot of people don't know that, but it does. Take your time, process your food. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer on dates. I don't think that people should eat fast anyway. I think that you should kind of just, take your time eating, enjoy the moment. Don't talk with your mouth full of food, swallow, engage in conversation a little bit. Just let that thing kind of roll like that. Right. Okay? Let it roll like that. No.
Yeah.
He the number one person in the world that can't stand it because you know what his thing is? He can't stand the sound of people processing their food. He can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Oh, I'm crazy. Drives him absolutely mad. So and make good eye contact. Again, there's no phones. Y'all should be able to communicate, and while you're communicating, making good eye contact. I'm not saying stare the person down, okay?
Right.
But when you're talking, I like to say good eye contact looks something like, I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you, but I might look off for a second and then come back, and then, that way I'm not staring at you, but I'm still making sure that I'm focused on you enough that you understand that I am talking to you, and that you can see me and understand my facial expressions and get a read of everything that's happening with my body. Also, while I'm having this conversation.
All right. So what about gazing? Can you gaze at the person? You
Yeah,
sitting across the table. Can you gaze?
You can gaze. I know why you can gaze. You can give it that long, starry-eyed look. Some people love to gaze into each other's eyes, honey. Just be lost. Just
have a moment right there. Just get lost in time, right?
Had a major moment. Just be gazing. Just, hey, I see you. You see me.
Right.
Look at me. I just, hey.
Oh, man.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it lets people know, because really what it shows is that you're interested.
Right.
It shows that you're interested. Wow. Communication, again, being able to go back and forth, having a healthy dialogue, and also being able to actively listen, not interrupting each other, letting somebody say what they're going to say. And then, you going in and responding, giving each other that time, you're attentive to want to listen to them, and vice versa. You should make it a point to ask appropriate questions while you're on your date. Okay.
Hold on, we got to define appropriate. What's appropriate on the first date? What type of questions can we ask? Is that a wig? What are we asking? What are we doing?
Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you my communication don'ts right now. And then everything else is on the table. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you can't talk about. You cannot talk about. Ensure that you do not bring up your baggage about your past to your current date. Okay.
So no exes.
This is the no X zone. First couple of dates should definitely be a no X zone. No X zone. And don't you go neither trying to ask them about this. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Healthy dialogue.
Healthy dialogue.
Healthy dialogue.
And I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to talk about, why you don't want to bring up exes. Because this is an opportunity for you and that person to just kind of vibe.
Right.
You don't need to cloud all of that's gonna come. But what if it don't work out? What if you don't want to see them after 3 days? Now you just done told them all your business when you wasn't ready to tell them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So keep it light. Keep it light. Discussing exes before you even had a chance to learn the other person's likes and dislikes in a romantic sense is among the worst dating etiquette. And that's why I said that phone conversation with this online dating and stuff.
Right.
Sometimes you got to put the pause on certain things. It's okay to say, to talk to somebody a little bit and touch some of the surface. And then decide, hey, I like the surface a little bit. I think I want to go out with it.
Right.
But over time, gradually start to, develop into those things. But it shouldn't be a rush point to do so. Okay.
Dive in the deep. Don't come out the gates diving into the deep.
Coming out swinging. As the conversation flows, it is important that you both hear each other out. This conversation and this date is not just about you. Again, going back and forth. Okay. Talk about hobbies, passions, each other's jobs, books, movies, things that you enjoy to do. Make this date fun and light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't suck the air out of the room. Because you're already nervous on your first date, your first and second date. You're already nervous.
Right. Nervous.
So And guess what? It's even cool to go in there and break the ice and be like, look, I ain't did this in a while. Maybe they haven't done it in a while. Be like, look, so I'm a little rusty, bear with me. It's cool to kind of add a little bit of, punchline joke just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. It's okay to admit that you're nervous or that it's awkward. It's okay.
All right, so let me ask you. You come in, you're nervous, right?
Right.
You said, let's slam some shots back. I'm a little nervous.
Let me tell you something. Now you're going to make me scroll down my list right quick. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? Everybody, please listen. Attention. Attention. Don't overindulge in alcohol.
Right.
If you can, on your first couple of dates, don't even drink.
Right.
Because the idea is to impress your date. Okay? Why screw the whole thing up by overindulging and then regretting it later on?
Right.
Too much drinking because too much drinking on the first date, you can get sloppy. Sometimes people don't remember what they said, or they remember and be like, dang, I don't know why I said that. Why did I do that? Why did I act that way? You're showing someone a side of you that they don't need to see it.
Right.
Because eventually they'll get there. No, hear me out. Because eventually they'll get there. As couples, as people date more and they spend more time together and they get more comfortable around each other, we start to let our hair down in certain areas. Right. And certain things start to get exposed. And then we have to make a direct decision at that point. Hey, it was a great ride up until this point, but maybe I don't want to go any further with this. Because maybe you start to see certain things that you don't like. But you shouldn't be willing to put yourself in a situation to show, any kind of messiness about yourself in advance. Like you shouldn't do that.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that have done that.
Right. No, that's a fact.
There's a lot of people that have done that. Okay. You want to be able to show people that you have self-control in the beginning. So again, overindulgence in alcohol or any other kind of substance that can alter your inhibitions is just ill-advised.
Right.
Unless you're a person who does have control of that, I can go and have one drink and, while I'm eating dinner and not even pay, not even have to, then that's cool. But there's some people that don't have that limit. They don't have that limit. We all know they don't have that limit. It go. And you be like, oh, and it went. And then it just went left.
Checklist. Just got to get up out of that checklist.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So dates should be fun. It should be fun. It should be enjoyable. Don't go mess it up because you're nervous. Like I said, it's cool to let somebody know you're nervous. Right. If you want to have a beer or something with dinner, a glass of wine, that's fine. But don't overindulge where your inhibitions are not in control. Right. Okay? People always say, have your own money when you go on a date. I don't care. I don't care. Have that bread. Because God forbid, something happens, you always need to be good on your end.
So, all right. So let me ask you, right? So y'all go out, right? So now I'm just asking for the people. I just want to know. This is not me personally. These are not my personal. These are not my personal views. I'm just asking. So y'all go out to eat. He says, order what you want. Get everything. Get you something to drink. Get you an appetizer. So y'all having a good time talking and laughing. Time for the bill. He's sweating and sweating. His card is declined. He looks at you and says, I don't know what happened. My card is declined. Now y'all have a $300 bill because he's been encouraging you all night. Get what you want. What happens next? Help the people out. What happens next? Yeah, that's definitely that good dating etiquette.
I would hate to be in that situation. Thank God I've never been in that situation. Have your own money. That would be a number one deal breaker for me. That would be a deal breaker. I would probably pay for the bill, but that would be a done dollar for me.
Yeah,
because you gotta pay it. You gotta pay it.
Fight at that point. If I was a female, I'd be ready to fight.
I wouldn't fight him. It would just let me know that you're not in a position. And when I say that, understand me when I say that, I understand everybody's tax bracket is different.
Right.
That's a real thing. Like, everybody ain't gonna have money to go on Ruth Chris dates, every 2 weeks or every week. So I'm not saying that. But my thing is, if you end up in that situation, then they wasn't prepared for that. He knew when he came in, he ain't had no money. Because I don't know too many people that go out and plan to do something and don't know how much money they working.
Right. That's a fact. So,
but I would pay for it, but that would be the end of it.
Right, because he knew.
He knew.
What if it was a mistake? And then the next day he get it situated, and he give you the bill back plus $100 and say, "I'm sorry for the inconvenience." So that doesn't happen.
Not that. We can work with. We can work with that, and that's not me being shallow. But that's you showing that you legit. It wasn't inconvenience. You didn't just put me out, because what that would initially sound like coming off would sound like, oh, you just set me up to go ahead and do this.
Right.
Because what if I didn't come with no money? But see, I was raised that when you go out on a date, you always got bread in your pocket.
Right.
Because if he decided he wanted to get up and leave or skip whatever, you good.
Right.
Don't ever put your faith 100% in somebody else to always do the right thing. And then, speaking of the bills, I get the questions too. Who should pay?
I'm gonna leave that alone. I just said that. I was joking. When I threw that out there, I'm just joking. It happens. I heard, people, that stuff that happens. So I just threw it out there. That's not something I would do. But I'm just asking. I was just asking. I'm the voice of reason. Now, when it comes to the bill, the man should pay. The man should pay.
I agree.
Now, it's been some situations where a female may say, "I want to take you out. I want to do this for you." That's different. You know what I mean? But it's like the man should normally pay the bill. So
let me ask a question. So now I'm going to play a little bit devil's advocate.
Oh, no, you don't.
And y'all can respond in the comments. I just kind of want to get some generated ideas here.
All right.
If you ask a man out, are you responsible for the bill? Should women equally front bills as much as men do? I'm asking because we do have a lot of independent women out there that, so I'm just curious.
They quiet in the comments now. Somebody said that's the truth for me. They're probably talking about that money. Like, I ain't gonna get caught out there with no money. They probably said that's the truth for me. It's really good money.
Here's my thought process on that though. I believe that a man should front the bill. I do. I believe that a man should front the bill. Okay. However, I think once you've gotten established, maybe you've been out on a couple of separate, a couple of dates. So say maybe you've been out 6-7 times. Right. I like to, because if you've seen the past videos of this series, like I said, I believe
the whole thing. Pay the whole damn thing. Not a piece, pay the whole damn thing.
Pay the whole thing.
You know what I done got nice. I done got dressed up. Don't you act like you ain't got no money in there.
Matter of fact, I'm a retract my statement. Here's the thing. I think men should pay for dates until a relationship has been established to the side.
All right, let's be clear. So once y'all dating, hold on. What are you saying right now?
Men should look, because here's the thing. I believe in a different way of dating. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you got to think about the generation that I really come from, and then I take a lot from my grandparents and my mother and that whole. So I look at it in a completely different context. I believe that a man is the head.
Initially, yes. Hold on, one more. Hold on. You got a part two. That's facts.
That's facts. That's facts. And that's what I was about to say. So I believe in a man being the head of house. I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a biblical hierarchy. I'm not saying that I believe that women are not equal in some regard, right? But I believe in that structure. So in that structure means that a man courts. The Bible says a man finds a wife.
A man finds a wife. She says, yeah.
A man finds a wife. So I'm not saying that I'm not, because again, I've said this and I'm gonna say it again. I believe that men are equally just as much as a prize as women are a prize. I think that
you better find that in the bottom of that box.
I think we get, like I told you, the whole Cinderella thing got a whole lot of people messed up out here. And if you watched any of those podcasts before, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I believe in the context that men and women, we are both equally a prize. A woman wants a husband just like a man wants a wife.
Right.
One does not outrank another. You see what I'm saying? Because when we get into that whole ideology about, oh, it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me, your relationship suffers because it becomes only about you and never about the other person. Wow. You also got to take into context that men want things just as much as women want things.
Say it again. Say it again for the fellas. Say it again for the brothers. Say it again. Somebody missed that.
Men want things just as much as women want things. Women have a wish list. Men have a wish list too. Wish lists don't count here though. Okay, we've already talked about that. Don't nobody bring it up because we don't do wish lists. We don't do wish lists. We talked about that in the standards and boundaries. About that, you go back to episode 2.
I tried to hold it together. Yeah, I tried to hold my face together. Yeah.
We don't do wish lists here. Okay, right. We do standards and boundaries.
Right.
So you're both equally. See, you got to think about it like this. Dating is your audition.
Right.
You're auditioning.
Right.
You're showcasing yourself and your value. As much as that sounds like a piece of meat kind of market thing, but that's just because if you think about it, it's like, right. But it really is reality. And then you got to think, we've already talked about this. A man has 9 women that he can choose from because of the standard of ratio men to women. Women are in more abundance in this country than men are. So that makes women also feel pressure. But I'm going to tell you what, stay in your lane and you will prevail. And I promise you, you will prevail. See, the problem with a lot of, I'm going to throw it out there. Lord, I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it.
You about to start some trouble.
Women, y'all can come for me in the comments if I'm wrong, okay? Y'all can come for me. I'm open the forum. Y'all can come.
Oh, wow. I ain't scared of you, brother.
Women have to set themselves apart.
Right.
We've talked about the social media life. We've talked about, you got to think about, you should say that.
Salute Miss T, yeah.
That's my girl right there. That's my girl right there. Look, you got to set yourself apart.
Right.
Think about it. Okay? I want everybody to kind of think about this. Everything dating related now is people are getting DMs. They DM each other, or they're online dating, or the this or the that, right?
Right.
Think about how the world of social media is constantly perceived. Think about how we look on social media, what we dress like, what we're willing to showcase, or how we want to be perceived. What makes you stand out from somebody else? See, a lot of times we are in so much competition with each other, and this is something that I wish we as women didn't do so much. We compete with each other. Women are our own worst enemy, honey. Mm-hmm. We will tear each other down left and right, side to side. Just constant competition. Constant competition. It's not healthy. But we as women will go through more insecurities sometimes because of the world of social media and what we're supposed to look like and how we're supposed to be perceived to the world. Right. But a lot of times I ask people, are they married? The people that you following, are they married? Are the people that you, the things that you want to obtain in life, do the people that you surround yourself with, are they in that bracket to help get you? Right. So when it comes to dating, that's why it's so important to be yourself. Be yourself, be honest, be on the up and up, but make yourself stand out. That little quirky stuff about you, somebody's going to love that about you. Wow. But you ain't got to come in there, you know, you ain't got to come in there trying to sell yourself, because that's the thing that you don't want to sell. And that's for men too. Some of y'all be coming out just all kinds of wrong with these little bitty muscle shirts on. That's a real statement. That's a real statement. Facts. Back in my day, and I'm a.
Yo, she's cooking with realness.
Yeah. Back in my day, when I was a teenager, I used to get hollered at more when I was in sweatpants and a t-shirt than I did anytime I put some clothes on. Wow. Because people like to see you. They want to see you. They want to connect with you. And I've told people, yeah, it's cool to be all extra. He gonna want to play with you, but you don't want to be played with.
You don't want to be played with.
You want to be going home. You want to meet the parents. You want to, because look, we talked about it throughout the whole episode. Right. Men want to have trust. They need a safe haven so that they can release their vulnerability and be open. The things that women want from men, women also have to equally present themselves in a manner that says, I'm trustworthy enough to have these things.
To have it. Trustworthy enough to hold the responsibility. You got to be able to hold it down. This is rough right here. You got to be able to hold it. Yeah, you kicking the real. You kicking the real. Let's go to the comments real quick. You kicking the real. I said you kicking with the realness. All right. Right. Don't play with me.
Don't play with
me.
Right.
All right. Don't just play no games.
So that's what. So what are some of y'all ideas?
They said that's the last step before the bag is secured.
Right. Meet the parents. Meet the parents. Look, and I'm gonna tell you something. The mamas, look. Boy, see right through you. I'm a mother. I wait, ready to come through. Boy, coming up.
Break my heart. They keep it real with you.
Look,
they keep it so real.
They ain't gonna make it over here, honey. Waiting on them to come on through. Go on, come over here with the foolishness if you want to. Got something for you, because you ain't gonna make it, honey. You ain't gonna make it. I'm not letting my baby go out like that. Wow. But be what's different. Right. Because in the world right now, we got a whole lot of pick-me's. And that's on both sides.
Pick-me's.
And I need no front. Men be out here doing the most too on their social media pages too. You want to be out here with all the shirts off, want to show all the muscles. Ain't not a power lifter, not a gym workout dude, not none of that. Just be out here just extra. Who was the dude? I think his name was Byron something. That's about as much as I can remember. But he was a model. And honey, every picture that he posted, I just was like, you know what? It's just too much. Why are you in the shower with the rain coming down and the black and white photo? Like, what you look like when you ain't getting photoshopped up? See, look at you trying to be funny. That what it
is. Yeah, word. That's great.
That's the thing. They do, honey. They be out here just getting it, girl. I'm talking about everybody want to show off their D'Angelo cuts.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo,
D'Angelo cuts is out.
I work hard to fit in this suit like this. Yo, I work hard to I'm definitely gonna profile my little workout. I've been in the gym for about 30 minutes. I put in a good 30 minutes. Yo, I'm proud of myself, yo.
No, you know what? Here's the thing.
Oh man, yo,
they do, girl. Look, that you can Photoshop and make anything look like anything under the sun. I'm talking about, honey. What?
Oh my God. Yo. Wow.
I'm talking about just look, I don't know if y'all ever YouTube. Y'all ever look, since I got people in the comments. Look, y'all ever YouTube some of the famous y'all ever YouTube some of the most famous like Instagram influencers and they show you like what they really look like.
Nah, I never seen it. Yeah, they look
They
different.
show what there's a girl, she's super famous. Honey, when I tell you, and I'm not trying to body shame, listen to me. But y'all jump on me. I ain't trying to body shame nobody.
Don't do it, no.
And I ain't trying to talk about nobody here. But baby, this is wrong. Okay. The girl in real life, she heavy set. She about bleached her hair to death. So she ain't got a whole lot of it because she done broke off. Because I can tell she done bleached it one too many times. Then broke off. But when she Photoshop herself, honey, I'm talking about baby look like supermodel quality. But she don't look nothing like that. I'm talking about nothing like that in real life. And she's got, hundreds of thousands of followers. So my thing becomes, well, you can't go outside. Right. So this is all for social media. Because if somebody really sees you in real life, you don't look like that.
We call that false advertising.
Right. So
that's punishable by death in the head.
But what I'm saying is you don't get to have a real relationship.
Not facts.
Real relationships require real people to have real relationships with.
For real though.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, y'all can YouTube that. It blew my mind, honey. I was like, oh, and then I actually went to some of their pages because I was just being nosy. I ain't even gonna lie, I was being nosy. And I was like, ooh, child.
Word, that's a fact right there. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day.
Yo, the chat line, the party lines.
Look, hit that rotary like this. Let that rotary go.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. And some of the fake eyelashes, baby, when they close their eyes, they look like lampshades. They look like lampshades when they close their eyes. They look like lampshades. Look, y'all, we being bad.
Direct access. Nowadays, they got direct access, like FaceTime verification right now. Like, yo, back then, you fall in love with their voice. Like, she sound like she.
She sound like she look, be like Smokey. She look like Janet Jackson. She said she looks like Janet Jackson.
That's a fact right there. That's a fact.
So be yourself.
Right.
And have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun. Like I said, if you online dating, look, get you some been verified a little bit or something if you feel the need to do that. Because there are ways to vet out people to make sure they are who they say they are. You could always do that. Hold
on. This is a shallow hell moment. So let me ask you, right?
Don't you shallow hell.
I'm going to shallow hell. I got to do it. You and everybody in the comments. I want to see where your heart really at. Yeah. So,
okay.
Right. These pictures look all right. Right? Y'all been having some conversations. Everything is good.
Okay.
Y'all do the meetup.
Okay.
It's not what it was presented to be. Do you give them a chance, or that's an automatic foul because they tricked you, or what's your response?
I think for me, my question would be is why did you have a difficulty presenting yourself from the jump?
Oh my God.
Look, some of the babies was heavy out there in the streets, honey. Yeah, your eyes hurt, baby. You can't even keep your eyes open. You can't even keep your eyelids.
So you work with the person on their personality, or what you gonna do?
I ain't gonna tell y'all what the eyelashes was for. Then I tell them what the eyelashes was for in the
you gotta tell them, because a lot of girls don't know, yo. They don't know there's a spirit behind it. They don't know. So you might as well break it down. I know, you know. For the ones that don't know.
But you know what's crazy is, and I'm gonna get back to what I was saying to your original question after I say this, but if you ever watch black and white movies, I'm a fan of black and white movies. I love all kinds of films. So I consider myself to be well versatile in movie land. But you ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's or Casablanca?
No, not for fake hair. Fake hair is in the way. Fake hair is good. We talking about they look like somebody totally different. Where it's like they come up to you and you don't even know who they are. Like, who are you? You looking at the page, like then you looking at them.
Right.
You look at the page, you look at them.
Right.
That type of situation. He turns out to be 5'1".
I get back to my
dreadlocks in the picture. Now he got a fade.
I'm gonna answer y'all on that one in just a second, but a lot of people don't know about my eyelashes. So if you watch old school films, like I said, Breakfast at Tiffany's, even The Wizard of Oz, Casablanca, any of the old Nori films, you'll notice that they wore eyelashes. Eyelashes are not new. Fake nails are not new. They just weren't as long as we wear them today, but ain't nothing new under the sun. Let's go ahead and get that out the way now. Right. God told us ain't nothing new under the sun, and he meant that. They was wearing makeup way before, we was even, even thought. I mean, Egyptians wore makeup. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings wore makeup. They wore, the guys wore the eyeliner and all of that. So that stuff's been around. But now you can Google it. They trying to take it down off of Google. The last time I checked, they was trying to take it down off of Google. I guess they were making people feel some kind of way. But they said that the eyelashes were invented by a prostitute. She invented them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have it.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. But they said she invented the fake eyelashes because she didn't want to get cum in her eyes. But it was developed they were made by a prostitute.
Yeah, say it again. Hold on. Yeah. All right, everybody.
They were originally called cumbrellas.
Yeah.
Don't nobody believe me. It's okay. But they would shield, they would protect her eyes. They would protect her eyes.
My
eyes. She said that it made her eyes burn. So she had developed a way to protect her eyes. Hey, that's the history lesson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what it was. I Googled it. I don't care what you're talking about. I Googled it.
Oh my eyes!
But I found sources that look. She said that's a great idea. Right? That's what I said. See, I can't. See, I should have told y'all this.
My eyes!
Well, y'all gonna have a field day with this one. Y'all gonna have a field day with this one.
Oh man, yeah, I love it.
But you can go online. Some people say it was fake. There's a couple stories and articles that actually confirm it. You got to kind of do your due diligence. But I do know that they've been around for a long time. So, but it makes sense to me. I thought about it and I said, kind of made a little bit of sense. I mean, why are they so big? Like I do now, I like the girls that get like the individuals, the girls that do that. See, I just put on mascara and I call it a day. But the girls that do the individuals, those look really nice. Some of them look really nice.
Yeah, I hope she get the bag too. Yeah, I hope she, because it's a trend now. I hope she gets some.
She probably did get a bag back in the day, but back in the day they didn't have all the health care and access to proper hygiene. So I'm sure a lot of those people died from really bad diseases. But
you're suffering from pink eye.
I'm anybody who knows me knows I'm like a major history buff.
Nah, I feel you.
If I ever teach at college, I wanted to teach at college. I want to teach history. The history can be great if you just really get into it.
Right. Yeah,
but
that's funny to me.
So back to your statement, the girl was in what was her name? Bring her name up. I want to make sure I was saying it right because I was gonna say her name, but I didn't want to mess it up.
Right here.
How you say her name?
My sneaker.
My sneaker. Okay. Now, with the personality thing, she was asking the question side, so she wanted to know what you talking about. Okay, you said they don't look nothing like their profile picture, so they basically catfished you.
Right. Like, and any of them. Let's do it for every one of them. It could be the looks, it could be personality. They catfish their personality.
But how do you know the personality until you actually get to sit down with them and date them to really be able to gauge whether or not that's their personality?
They said they're humanitarian. They feed people. They go out of their way, and when they get there, they cut some people out. They nasty. It don't take long to know a lie when you hear one.
I'm done. I'm not going with that one. I'm not flying with that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you have that one. But I think for me, I wouldn't necessarily. So you got to think about the field of work that I do.
Right.
So I would have a different response. My question would be, is why do you feel the need to have to use another profile picture or feel the need to have to present yourself as something that you're not in order to get some attention? I think that's debatable. I think it's debatable.
All right.
Now it depends. Because see, if y'all are doing the steps right, you won't know everything until you
don't know everything.
See, here's the thing about the dating. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, we need help out here, yo. It's hard in these streets out here, yo.
Oh, y'all gonna go with this hard in these streets? Look, I love my husband, but marriage ain't all that easy either. I love him to death. I know Tanya knows she been married for a long time too. Love my husband to death, but it ain't easy. And when you marry, you still have to date.
Still gotta date.
Dating is so important. It is so crucial and vital to a long-term relationship. Oh, look. Some people do come out and be like, "Yeah, I got all." No, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't got all them. You just wanna act like you crazy. You ain't crazy. I show you crazy. Okay, so we were talking about conversation. I'm gonna try to rein this thing back in, y'all.
Yeah, we wild. Yeah, we out of control.
We out of control up here tonight. So again, talk about the surface level. Right. Keep it light, right? We're talking about hobbies, passions, each other's jobs, books, movies you enjoy. Keep the flow light, because the lighter it gets, there is no pressure. Okay. Now, I know that we talked about in our standards and boundaries. Our standards and boundaries are what kind of gives us that guideline about, whether or not we want to pursue somebody or not based on similar interests, right? Right. About the same thing. So liking children, having children, wanting to get married, this, that, and the other, right? We got to keep those things in check. However, avoid that heavy talk. Don't do that on the first couple days. Okay, let's kind of.
No connecting on a deeper level.
It's not about not connecting on a deeper level. It's about taking it in stages.
Take it slow.
Because people want to expose themselves like an onion, layer by layer. People don't always want to feel rushed to give you all of that information. Or if you give too much information, you make the date too heavy. Now the date is not enjoyable or fun because you done took the audition process and dumped everything in that one audition. Like it's all or nothing. What you gonna do? What you about to do? You don't know if you like him or her yet. You don't know. You don't know. So keep it light. Avoid potential topics around long-term promises, marriage, and children. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it. Hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're going too far here.
So he can hear it too. We found out.
Yo, you said a problem thing, right? Yo, y'all the MVP tonight.
We need tonight, y'all. Y'all ain't. You better find. He said you better hook it up to Bluetooth because he wanted to
hook that Bluetooth up now. Come on.
That man said he want to hear too now. So I'll put him on there.
Hook it up.
So avoid heavy topics. Avoid heavy topics.
Right.
And this is the problem with that, again, with the online dating and spending too much time on the phone. When you want to date someone, you want to keep the bulk of your conversations outside of the phone until a certain amount of time. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're doing all the auditioning dating on the phone, and then there is no requirement to go out and do anything else. You want to make someone want to, if they want to spend time with you and get to know you, they need to come out of the house and actually engage you in a more meaningful way. Don't give somebody everything and they ain't have to work for that, because what you're doing is you're removing the element of courting and you're allowing someone to get something. So it's kind of like this statement. I'm gonna give you a little bit of what we're gonna talk about next week. But
help us out. Help us.
So like my grandma used to tell me, right? My grandma used to say, you don't give away the milk. You start giving away the milk, you're gonna give away the whole cow for free. If you're getting the milk, he ain't gotta buy the cow. Same thing applies in dating. So here's the thing: if you ain't got the money to date, you don't need to be dating. I'm gonna say it again. If you are not planning to actually want to start going out on dates, then you don't need. Hey, if your finances ain't there, back up out of that realm until you ready.
Don't deserve no dates. I know that.
Netflix and chilling is not a date. It's not a date. It is not a date. It is not a date. It is not a date. Somebody coming to your house. First of all, y'all crazy as hell. And I'm gonna say that. And I said that. I'm saying. For those of y'all that have people come to your house that you don't know, you letting them know where you live, you let people up in your space, you let them share your energy. You don't know where they been, what they got on them. You ain't even got a good chance to vet them other than talking on the phone because you haven't seen them in character. You haven't really seen them to vet them out. All you've been doing is this on the phone. Now you letting somebody come over to your house.
Now he's sitting outside. He won't leave.
It could potentially happen.
He's shooting anybody that show up, killing everybody.
But what you're doing is, see, you're tapping into emotional intimacy too soon. For those of you that were here last week, you know about the different stages of intimacy. Right. And so I'm gonna bring it up right quick because I just feel that I might need to hit this again.
You have to. Hit it again. You know somebody is chicken and sticking and Netflix and then chilling. Somebody doing all that.
Emotional intimacy is when people feel safe sharing their feelings with each other. Right. Okay, we're getting deep in this. We're getting deep in that area because we're talking about our feelings. We're talking about our emotions. We're talking about our insecurities. We're talking about our fears. We're talking about so many different things. When you spend all your time keying on that dang on phone, we are not in high school, honey. For those of you who are my age, 7th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, yeah, we used to cake it. We used to cake it hard on that phone, but we weren't doing anything. We thought we was grown. We thought we was talking that talk. We wasn't talking nothing.
We're gonna talk. So let me ask you, you're gonna take all the fun out of dating. So them falling asleep on the phone. That's not healthy.
And that was middle school. I did that with my middle school boyfriend. We fall asleep, wake up with a lot of
work in the morning. If you don't get off my damn phone, I gotta go to work in the damn morning. If you don't get off this damn phone.
But you can't do that now. But see, if you think about it, social media has replaced the natural order of how we would normally meet and interact with people. So now we have a new way to navigate. So you can either use it for a positive benefit or for a negative benefit. But my thing is, don't overdo the your emotional intimacy too soon. Sexual intimacy. Look, stay out of there. That's why you don't need to be Netflix and chilling on no dates, because what you're doing is you're putting You're putting sexual intimacy into play, which we talked about is going to tap into a woman's emotional intimacy. She's going to want to bond. We talked about the drug. We talked about the chemical release in the brain, okay, and how that likes to linger for 2 weeks, which is the bonding. It's a chemical that makes us want to bond. So now we're jumping into bonding emotionally and sexually. We're having emotional and sexual intimacy, but we don't have no intellectual intimacy. We don't have no experiential intimacy going on, and then we don't even have the love factor in place. So we're letting our emotions run amok, but we don't even know this person like that. You don't even know them like that. And when you really start breaking it down like that, it really makes you feel some kind of way, because it's like, dang, I don't know. I've never met his parents. You know what I'm saying? I've never met her parents. Or we've never even been to church together. Or we never even went on a real date. But you over here done gave it up. Now you emotionally soul tied, flipping out because it was good. And now y'all crazy. But you can't see. Then when you start really learning the person, you like, oh, I don't like that. Well, guess what? You created it. Could have avoided it. So don't overindulge. If somebody hits you up on a DM and they want to get to know you a little bit, it's cool. And you like what you see and they like what they see, and it's like, hey, you want to get up together? Hey, if you want to communicate, if you want to communicate, let's go on a date. So a lot of you, I'm assuming, are in the North Carolina area. For those that are not, I apologize. But I'll give you kind of an example of some places that you can go here in Raleigh that I like. And I date. Me and my husband, we still date. We go out all the time. We go out. Hey, my rule is we got to go out at least twice a month, do some grown-up stuff, something that we want to do. You got to date. Married couples have to date. Dating allows you to re-engage with each other, do something fun, have communication, no distractions. It allows you just to enjoy each other. That's why dating can be so much fun. Right. So nice restaurants that I like, because I don't know what everybody else likes, so I'm just going to try to assume that maybe you like some of what I like. Right. Great place for a dinner evening. If you love Mexican food, is Centro's. Centro's downtown Raleigh is a very small venue, but when you walk in, it's the feel of Mexico is, I mean, throughout. Like, this isn't like, going to some of these other. This is a real authentic Mexican spot. The tables are, I mean, the walls, just everything is set up, but it's a very small venue, which is nice because it's a great place to go on a date. You can have lunch there or you could have dinner there. It's a great place, cool vibe. Like I said, it really does look like Mexico. I think I posted the picture to my page that will be up. When that's up, I will let y'all know, but you'll be able to see some of the places that me and my husband.
Whoa. All right.
I remember that girl. She said, I want to look, you're gonna be dating when you're taking them flights though. Y'all gonna be on the vacation date. I call it the vacation date. That's that grown up, we on vacation /date.
That's right.
Look, if your husband, if you got that Bluetooth fixed, if you
got date on the plane,
I know he over there like, oh Lord, here we go.
We can take it. She said we can date on the plane.
We can date on the plane.
Yeah, that's where you been at. They seasoned though, so that's all right. Ain't nobody new. Got no business jumping on no date, trying to go on no dates. But
see, here's the thing. I think it's cool to take trips. I think
first 2 dates.
No. You got to think that we also talking about couples too. We also talking about couples too.
Right. Yeah.
I think that for couples, it's cool to take trips.
Yeah, she on that.
Well, she said, yeah, he
deserves that. They've been married for years, so they can take them flights. Yeah. Now, come on now.
I love when me and my husband take trips, right. But I also love when we go out on dates. Right. You know what I'm saying? I still really enjoy that. So, but I do think Centro's is a great place if you're dating. It's a great place to go. You could also go to Cafe Luna. Now, I would prefer Cafe Luna downtown Raleigh. I would consider that more for a dinner spot. It is very, very nice. So I would recommend that, this is one of those things where you definitely want to come in a little more casually dressed, put on your khakis, get your button ups out, come in there looking nice. You know what I'm saying? And then what's really cool is you could nightcap after the date downstairs at Warden Watts.
After the show is the after party. After the party, the hotel lobby. After the originals, probably this.
They play live jazz outside, and they also play a black and white movie. But the owner owns both Cafe Luna and that, and it's a really nice place to go and maybe have some. They do mocktails too. You can have mocktails, listen to some jazz. It's also a cool place to go if you were going out on a double date. For those of you that may have been dating for a little while, but maybe you're looking to incorporate friends, it's a cool place to go on double dates. Everybody can go and have a good time. That's a great place. Ajasai. If you love sushi, we love sushi in this household. Ajasai is a dope spot. It's in Cameron Village. Really nice take. They have sushi, but they also do like pan-seared. Trying to think what it is. Sea bass. Pan-seared sea bass, that style kind of stuff. But it is a very, very nice place. Lunch is beautiful, especially if it's like, still warm fall, spring or summer. You can sit outside. They got a real nice patio. So nice place, to go in and have some conversation.
Question, right quick. Let me ask you a question. How quick or what time frame is it cool to start incorporating group dates? Like, when you first meet, because y'all don't want to take the focus off of y'all getting together, getting to know each other.
Right.
Around how many dates would you say would you start incorporating other people?
I mean, you got to think about how often you're willing to date this person. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. And that really depends on people's budgets. So, I do recommend at least your first 3 dates. You're definitely dolo. You're still kind of in that phase. I wouldn't even let somebody come to my house after 3 dates. We're still kind of in that process, especially if it's somebody that you don't know. Now, if you decided to start dating somebody that you know, then, that could be a little different in how you choose to arrange that. But I think that after about 6 dates, on your 5th or 6th date, depending on how much you connected and kind of where you are, it's definitely a mutual conversation to want to ask, like, hey, do you want to, maybe meet some of my friends? I got a couple that would like to go. And then maybe the next time, they'll bring, the other person will bring, a friend that has a, significant other or whatever, and kind of go from there. You have to really understand that this is your pace setting. This is not my pace setting. This is your pace setting. The only thing that I ask people to do is take it slow. Really think about that for you. How many dates do you need to go on with a person before, they're able to come pick you up at your house? How many dates are you willing to go on with a person before the venue starts to change, right? Because, like I said, we can go to Firebirds. Now, I know a lot of people know Firebirds and Root Chris, they up there with each other, but you ain't got to go to Firebirds for dinner. You can go there at lunchtime. They got a really dope waterfowl out there in that walk area, over by the Renaissance Hotel and the Target and all of that. Just a really cool place to kind of walk around. Morgan Street Food Hall is a great place to go for like a day, especially after you've been on a couple of dates with each other.
That's a fact. Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Hey, that's real. Sometimes it works for people. Sometimes it works for people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real, and that is true. You got people that have done it. Like, I've heard people that say, I know a lady that said she got married after knowing her husband for 3 months. They've been married for 30 years.
Wow.
So
know what you know.
You know what you know. You know what I'm saying? But the whole purpose is to try to vet some of that. In today's generation and how things are moving, it's different. So you really got to put a little extra pep in kind of being more vigilant and more vetted, than you would.
Yeah, I got a serious question. So how do you know? Right? How do you know? You're doing everything right? You're taking it slow. And you get that feeling. Someone to kiss, someone to miss, lonely hours. Tired of despair to be loved.
I can't give you that answer.
Wow. So it just comes. So you could love it first sight.
Because
To be loved.
I knew how I felt about my husband, several months in. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I wanted to take our friendship.
7 months in?
Or was it 6 months, give or take?
6 months.
That I knew that I wanted to transition into a relationship. I knew that I wanted to go ahead.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And that's what it boils down to. So, but see, that's the thing is some people are not afraid to take risk in that department.
Right.
I'm not afraid to do this and then put myself out there the rest of the way. Right. Some people don't have that ability. And if you don't have that ability, then you got to do it in a manner that works for you.
I can't let you off the hook though. So 7 months in, you knew.
I knew.
He's in there with you, right?
Yeah.
Look at him and say, somewhat.
Look, he over there laughing right now. He laughing.
Someone to kiss. Tell him you got it. You got the American dream, yo. You got to look at him and tell him someone to kiss.
But some people know. Some people know. Some people know in 3 months.
Facts. Nah,
but my thing is.
I think that's the same one. Yeah, that's a fact right there. That's not.
But I think that the vibe. My thing is, if you get from behind the phone, you get from behind the Netflix and chilling, you get from behind those things. Like I said, dating is about putting yourself in different environments and getting to see different layers of a person. That's what it's about. Right. Dates should be fun. Go skating. Do nature walks. Go to the botanical gardens. Go bowling. Go ride go-karts. You know what I'm saying? Horseback riding, whatever it is. If you like the zip line, I know going to the state fair for me. That's where I'm going. I consider the state fair a date, and I ain't even gonna front with y'all. The state fair expensive as all get out, but I'm gonna have my little monies together because I'm going to get that dip cheesecake. They got the dip. They dip the whole piece of cheesecake. But I'll check too. I checked today to make sure the fair was coming. It's still coming. It's gonna be there on the 4th. I was mad last year, honey. My husband won me a multicolored dragon, and he's like almost 6 feet tall.
Wow.
I gotta understand. Somebody said, you gonna throw that thing out? No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep that forever. So we do little cute stuff like that. But see, me and my husband are weird. We're anybody who knows us like together and has seen us together, and this kind of how we do our thing, like he's my person and I'm his person. It fits. You know what I'm saying? And I like to do that stuff. Like I like to go to the beach. I like to go to orchards. He wants to skydive. I'm not there. He jumped out of planes. I didn't. It's not going to happen. He told me if I loved him, I would do it. I said, I don't believe that. And I don't think that we should measure our love based on whether
someone to hold.
I have a terrible fear. Like I can ride roller coasters, but I know what my limit is. But you talking about jumping out of a wide open? No.
Yeah, you already did it. You jumped out on love and you didn't crash.
Completely different story. Everybody doesn't survive jumping out of them planes. And parachutes can go all kinds of wrong. I want to live to love my love. You know what I'm saying?
That's very
But do different things. And like I said, every date doesn't have to be a night date.
Right.
Go to coffee shops. And when I say coffee shops, Starbucks don't count. Okay?
Starbucks don't count?
Starbucks don't count. Go downtown somewhere. They got some really cool places.
Oh, wow. Hold on. She said one before that. Hold on. She said they used to go out.
Yes.
Lord
have mercy. No, you better.
No, man. No.
Look. Let me tell you something.
They each other people.
It don't stop nobody from living their life, honey. They out there doing it. They is out there still doing it and still living life and still having a good time and still enjoying each other. And that's what it's about. And even after see people don't gotta understand it. You're working to get to something, but once you get there, you gotta maintain it.
You gotta maintain it. Yeah, and that's the thing. And like you said, how he's your person and you're his person.
Oh yeah,
it's the same with them. So it's like if you're around Tanya and her husband, it's the same thing.
Yeah, you just
like,
you know
yo, they
you
just they have that. They have that.
You can see it.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Like at the end of the day, I tell him all the time that is my ninja. At the end of the day, like I through and through. That's my rider right there. And I got his back no matter what pops off in life. If he wrong, then I'm wrong. We wrong together. If he right, then we right together. You know what I'm saying? I got his back regardless of the situation or the scenario. And that's what's dope. But my thing is, I'm glad that I did it the way that I did it though. See, and I just, because everything doesn't work for everybody. Now, you know, Tanya's story is different. Now, you got somebody else to go out there and try to hit it with a one night stand and don't work out that way. You see what I'm saying? So you got to do what's in your lane. But if you're dating and it's not working right, and that's the purpose of dating etiquette. If you're doing it and it's not working, what are you doing that's not working? And how can you switch that up? And the cool thing about the different types of dates is it doesn't require you to always be formal. Right. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I don't suggest the movies until like the 4th or 5th date is because it gives you an opportunity to continue to talk. The movies kind of makes it quiet. You're not really engaging. You're just, you know, those are the dates that I like to call when you're a little bit more comfortable. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you should take as much time to get to know each other. I mean, you could do picnics in the park, whatever. You know, be creative. Women also love creativity. Women love a man that can come up with an idea and a plan to be romantic, to show that he's romantic without overly being romantic. You're not giving too much of your vulnerability away, but you're showing, hey, I know how to treat a lady. I know how to open a door. I know how to, you know, pull out your chair. You know how to bring you flowers without you asking. I know how to, you know, say, hey, you want to go do this? Want to go have a picnic and then go do the botanical garden? Women love stuff like that.
So let me ask you. Let me gauge myself right quick. I just want to see where I'm at with it right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so a man says, let's go on a picnic, right? We're going to feed the ducks. We're going to eat. We're going to eat first. Feed the ducks, walk by the water, talk a little bit.
Okay.
Then we might stop by a bookstore, check out a book. Then after that, we're going to top it with ice cream. Then we're going to call it a wrap right there. Is that good or no?
I think that's dope.
That's dope. So, yeah.
Me and my husband go to Barnes and Noble all the time. But you got to think, especially if you guys are talking, they both adamantly, both of you guys like to read.
Right. Breakfast in
bed is dope.
That's my favorite right there.
That's dope.
First date.
That's that couple type stuff right there. Or
first date material?
No. No. You trying to do it, but I do love breakfast in bed though. And breakfast in bed is dope.
There's levels to that. So you gotta work your way to that. You gotta work your way to the breakfast in bed.
You do. You gotta work your way in there. But the reason that I say that long-term couples have to date too, because and Tanya knows, you know, for me, you know, I can speak that, you know, we got kids, right. We got jobs, we got pets, you know what I'm saying? You got a whole house you got to take care of. You got stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you need to remember why you fell in love. You need to remember what it is that you love about a person, what you like about a person, what you enjoy about a person. Right. Because you still have to maintain the intimacy once you become established.
Okay.
And a lot of times we do all the work to get there, but now we don't want to do no more work. And that's where you see relationships fall apart once they've gotten started and they don't make it the distance.
You gotta build it up.
And actually, I ain't gonna give away next week's episode, but Tanya, I hope you tune in for next week's episode, honey, because I'm gonna need you to be all in the comments next week. Because next week
might need to bring her up there. Next
week we're talking about the early couples, the early stages.
Oh, the early stages.
Early relations when you actually transition.
That's when you say
into commitment.
That's when you say, "Let me look at you."
That's that baby commitment right there. Well, I don't call it a baby commitment, but I mean it's the commitment before the commitment. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you're still looking at me, just smiling. Let me look.
Because I still classify you as single until you marry.
Until you marry. All right, just shoot everybody's dreams down. That's
you in a relationship, but your relationship can be separated at any given time.
Yeah.
She said, but no. So Sign, come on. Tell me what we got for overview going on right over there. Tell me what you learn.
Man, for the overview today, dating etiquettes, the do's and the don'ts, right?
Right.
Conversation. You want to do something that don't distract you from the other person. You want to turn the phones off. You want to engage them. You want to look them in the eyes. You want to say, someone to hold, someone to kiss. I don't want to wind up with breakfast in bed. That's a get out of there. Before the sun goes down, before it even go that far. Right. I want to keep it communicating. I want to build that foundation. I want to talk. I want to know about them, but I don't want to tell them all my business. I've been in an interrogation room. Give me my lawyer. You're asking too much. That's none of your business right now.
Right.
Don't give them too much. Give them a little bit. Keep it fluffy so that it's not awkward. Don't talk too much on devices. Not too much boo loving on the phone. Not too much texting, because that takes away when we engage in face to face. That's where the real performance is. Right. So now I want to know about them. I want to ask questions. I want to get to know them, but I want to keep it in a respectable way. I want to dress presentable. I don't want to come out with my workout clothes. I don't want to wear the gray sweats. I want to keep it. If we going somewhere fancy, I dress up. If we're dressing down, we dress down. We want to have something that we can interact,
right?
Bond and get to know each other, and get out of there while it's safe.
Because dating is also going to give you that experiential intimacy when you're doing the activity together. So like, look, fall's coming up, y'all. I'm a firm believer in you. Like I said, you can do orchards if you cool with that. You won't go pick a pumpkin or whatever for those people that celebrate Halloween. You can go to haunted houses. I still love to go and get scared. I don't know why. I'm scared of cat, but I go to a haunted house. I do that. Wow. So there's just cool things that you can do, while you're dating that can really be a lot of fun. I just think that today we just suck the life right out of dating. Dating has become almost obsolete. It's become, we talk on the phone, then we go over to each other's house, we kick it, we order some food, somebody cooks, whatever. We hug around, and now we're together. And it's like, but then 2 months later, 3-4 weeks later, you can't stand each other. And it's like, well, there's so much more to that than that, and you didn't get to see that person in that element.
No, that's a fact.
And I think that it's cool too after dating, follow up. And when I say follow up,
that's right.
See what I'm saying? If you're gonna do this what. And look, I felt like, look.
All right.
If we're gonna be together, because here's the thing. The average couple dates anywhere from 2 to 4 years before they get engaged. It's a 2 to 4 year window for most couples. And in their actual engagement, on average, is only anywhere from 12 to 18 months from the time they get engaged until the time they actually tie the knot. And for some women, it takes 12 months because of venues and planning and where they, you know what I'm saying, right. Getting family there and saving for some people, whatever, So you got to think, by the time you get married at that stage, you've been with each other at least 3 to 4 years, or 3 years, by the time you done got married.
Yeah, and that's
or 4 years at the most. You've been together 3 years and then you got married at year 4.
Yeah. I seen a video, 2 videos actually, right? Where like, I want to be that guy, right? There's 2 videos and they're on their the wedding day.
Okay.
So one guy, he's an older man, right? It's probably like, he's later in life. Like, he probably got a second chance. So he's marrying his wife, right? So he's in there. And it almost brought tears to my eyes because he was so excited. Mm-hmm. When I say he was excited, like the first one, it was really funny. I wish I can pull it up and play it. This one was really funny. But anyway, so the preacher is going through the ceremony, right? As he's sitting there, he's just gazing. he's just so in awe, like, yo, I can't believe I'm about to marry her. He gets extra excited. Where it's like almost like he's getting the Holy Ghost, but it's not the Holy Ghost, and he's almost, oh God, yeah. And it's like, yo, maybe he went a little too far. He may have had a little too much fun. He got a little too excited.
He got a
little too excited. But it was like, he started giving God the glory for this before he kissed the bride. So then, as he's going through, he's giving God the glory. Oh, glory! He's looking at it. He's excited. This is about to happen. Right. So he gets married. He kisses her. It's a beautiful ceremony. Everything is wonderful. But then there's one that's a younger guy. And it's the same thing. It's like he's sitting there and he's looking at his woman. She's all decked out and they're going through the ceremony. And they're sharing their vows. And he has a moment where it's like, I got to be the luckiest guy in the world. You can just see it in his face. He's looking at her. He's getting choked up. His homeboys come up. They try to give him some strength, but it's like he's buckling in the knees.
Right.
And it's like, and she said, baby, we're in this for life.
Yeah.
And he stood up stronger. He got himself together. He grabbed her hands and they finished. And it's like, yo, those moments, is what it's all about. And so when you land a foundation and you're saying, yo, these are the steps. When you do it the right way, it's like, yo, I can't even believe this is happening. I can't, this is a dream come true. Like I just won the lottery. And it was like something them videos did to me, like watching both of them. It's like, yo, that's love. Like, yo, I want to be so in love with my person. That is like, yo, you're the only one that matters. You're the most beautifulest person to me. And it's like, yo, that really did something to me watching them, because it's like, again, it's like you see the stories, or you hear stories of men, they're sweating, they're nervous.
Yeah.
If you're nervous, you may be second guessing something wrong. If you're having second thoughts, it's like, I'd rather be the one that knows. And it's like, God, I can't believe you. I can't even believe this is happening. Like,
I think a lot of times people know. A lot of times I think people really know. But if you're unsure or you feel pressured into that, then that's not for you. And that's, when we talked about that before, like in episode 1, just about how people end up in situationships and things like that. And it's like, oh. And that's where we went back into. And I was just about to bring that up. See, she be reading my mind. Tanya be on my. She be knowing. We be collaborating over here. Our brainwaves be linking. No, but that's a real thing. Like when we talk about like
16 years. Hold on, I'll make sure I read that right.
No, she said 16 years.
Wow. Okay. All right.
She like Chrissy from Jim Jones girl. They've been together for a grip. But see, that's when we get into, remind yourself that you're dating to get somewhere. Now, you're not going to go too heavy on the first couple of dates, but as the dates progress, maybe you done been out on 3-4 dates, 3 dates, maybe your 4th date, you do want to bring up, what are you currently looking for? We've been going out, we've been having a little bit of fun. I've really enjoyed your company. Are you looking for something long term? How do you, now you can start kind of diving into some of those things.
Right.
And, but if not, then guess what? You went on 3 cool dates. You kind of got to gauge a little bit about what you liked about the dates, what you didn't like about the dates, and then try it again. But don't be that person. See, when I say move at a pace, I'm talking about moving at a pace, but I'm not saying move slow as a snail. And now you didn't, because see, what happens is, again, and Tanya, I'm gonna say it, people get desperate. I'm gonna say it, people get desperate people get desperate because they feel like, they're aging, they're running out of time, it's not gonna happen for me. So we start compromising, we start saying, we start putting our standards out there, our you laugh every time I say desperate.
It's something about that word. Just say it one more time. I just got one good laugh in me. I had to get it out, and then we gonna move forward. Okay. They get what?
They get desperate. They get desperate. He laughed every time I say it, y'all. On any episode.
Oh my God! All right.
He give it up. It's time for the desperate folks. But listen. If You got to stop thinking in that realm. See, but here's the problem. Here's the problem with her is that she done been with the dude for so dang on long that that's become dang near her partner. At this point, she feels like she's done accepted it and built a life with someone, and now has to come to the realization that she's not going to get everything she wants out of that relationship. But being in that relationship means that she's not by herself. So she's come to take what she can get, even if she can't get the whole thing, and that's the problem. See, we move at a pace, but we can't just sit there and not let it, yeah, we don't want to put pressure where pressure is not needed. But at some point, it's like, okay, like I said, we've been out 3 times. Hey, what's on your plate? You know what I'm saying? What you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? You want a long-term relationship? What are you looking for? Do you eventually want to get married? And that conversation should flow, and then it can flow from there about other things. But my thing is, don't be that person that you assume because you went out so many times and then you went into a relationship, you assume that they want to get married, because some people don't want to get married.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, well, there it is.
All right.
Ain't no good people be around for those 16 years and think we ain't got no ring on this thing. No, I need to know that I got assets and everything else is attached to being a part of this train right here.
He said, yeah, he puts it
and
down.
I know y'all look, and that ain't nobody being shallow at the end of the day, because look, something happened to my husband. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that I got the ability to care for you, and I ain't got to worry about no legal issues. That everything that we've accumulated together is ours. That we're in this together. Me not having no access to assets on your end and you on my end, that means we not in this together. Yeah, I need to know that we in this. But some people don't want to get married because of trauma. Traumas. Maybe their parents got divorced and they've never dealt with it. There's a lot of different reasons that keep people from getting married.
That part.
Yeah.
LLCs and deeds. Well, you're talking about sexual healing needs.
So continue to date.
Right.
Have fun. Continue to date. Have fun. Enjoy the process. Like I said, go ride some go-karts. Go to a haunted house. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go to Big Ed's for breakfast. If you like breakfast, Big Ed's breakfast is dope. Go get you some catfish and eggs, some steak and eggs. They got the big old pancake. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go get your little breakfast date. You know what I'm saying? Go to a bookstore, get some ice cream afterwards. Just go and have fun. It's the experience of getting out and doing something with somebody. That's a fact. And don't communicate heavily throughout in between dates. Right. And it's cool to let someone know, hey, I had a great, following up, the next day, like, I just want to let you know I had a great time. I really enjoyed myself. Hopefully we get to go out again soon.
Go to the strip club.
Couples can go to the strip club. I know, hey.
Don't stop, get it. That's the first date. You're going to see what they all about. See what they really all about. See me that jumped on the stage.
You trying the first date all the while.
See me that jumped on the stage to show you a real good time. She said, these girls can't dance. Let me show you how we do it.
I ain't messing with you today.
Let me show you how we do it. Yeah, this is how we do it where I'm from.
Couples do it all the time. Couples go to the strip club together.
Nah, that's a fact.
They do. She said that part right there. So don't stop, get it. Put some Luke on. Put the bass
right there. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, let me ask you though. So what is it, right? Do you believe? I'm not saying love at first sight or nothing like that. But it's like, how you have a chemistry with a person where it's like you feel that comfortability, like I've been around you before.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that about?
I think it's just relatable spirits, man. Like your soul is relatable to someone else. Like they get you. Like you get each other. Like you can feel the vibe. You can feel the energy. Like it's legit.
Like almost.
Yeah. Like it's like it's legit. Like that's how I felt that way about my husband. Like it was like, man, we really just vibe out. Like we rock out. Like, and over the years, of course, that has strengthened and gotten stronger. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Some people don't believe it, but I knew I was gonna marry my husband the first time I seen him.
Wow. So you're not gonna look at him and tell him?
I didn't hear him speak. I didn't know nothing about that man, and I just knew that he was the one.
What's your song for him? What's your song for him? I know you got a song. Yeah, I got a song.
We actually do have a song.
What is it?
It's by Etiquette.
Turn to him and give him a little bit. Sing some of it to him. Yeah,
no, he ain't even there. He ain't even there.
He didn't gone. I tried to hook him up.
He done left me.
Man, I tried to hook him up. Yeah, he'll get it on the he'll get it on the playback. Yeah, you still ain't off the hook. You'll get it on the playback.
You know what's funny though? Is we keep our song under wraps.
I feel you on that.
My husband said he
in the galaxy when he seen me, so he knew he had to get me. Oh, that's the
see. Look, he already knew. Some people just know, like some people can just feel this energy. You know, like I said, I can't speak for every person. Like I said, some people knew, like she said it was a one night stand. They've been together 17 years. Right. I knew some people that have been, like I said, got married after 3 months, been together for 30 years. Right. Some people it's just something that they can feel like it's a click. It shouldn't be hard. And that's the cool thing about dating. Like if you're yourself and you're having fun, it should flow. Conversation should flow. It should be easy. It should be comfortable. It should be, you know, almost to the point where you're like, dang, you know, this is day we grooving. Like, you know. Wow. But you're still taking it in steps to ensure that you don't do anything to sabotage. You don't want to sabotage it. Because people have self-sabotaged their own relationships at some point.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. You can't jump. You can jump out the window too quick.
So don't jump. But dating etiquette was really like you guys. I told you it would be. It ain't like super hard or nothing. I just want y'all to be yourself. Don't overdo yourself. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm not I like dressing up is cool and all that, but you done heard me I like to be me. Okay. Me is t-shirts, cut up jeans, some sneakers, and a cardigan. I'm happy. I'm living my best life that way. I love it. Now I can get dressed and put some clothes on, but I like sneakers. My husband's never made me feel guilty about that. Right. Now there's been times when we about to go somewhere, he be like, I'm gonna need you to, I need you. Okay. All right, I'm about to okay. Right. But you know, as you get long, but see that's understanding too about your partner. It's not always about you, it's about them. Sometimes they want you to do stuff. Women don't wear lingerie for themselves. They wear stuff for men. Right. Because a lot of it ain't even comfortable no way. It ain't. Right. But that's my point is, you know, you want to find someone that you don't mind doing things for and feeling good about doing it and not feeling like you're going to use it against them. Like this is somebody that you legit genuinely care about, that you can see yourself with, and that you know that you're a happy person, but they only add to your happiness and you want to equally pour into them. You know, you want someone that you want to pour into, not someone that you're forced to do it with. But if you popping up in different DMs, talking slick, doing all this phone conversation.
All right now, hold on.
You ain't gonna get there. You're just not gonna get there. Because by the time you do start, because that's one thing bad about Netflix and chilling or the long term talking on the phone, geeking out type stuff. Because here's my thing. I can't look. So I know, I ain't gonna, I'm not, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I said I wasn't gonna do it. Right. But my thing is, don't look. Check yourself. Right. Check yourself about your availability to date. Also, make sure you're in a healthy place to do it. Right. Because the last thing you need to do, and this is mainly for my women because we have a tendency to do it the most, is we're emotionally raw and vulnerable from a last relationship, and we're looking to fill that void. And now we take that emotional vulnerability and we pour it too heavily into somebody else, and it gives them access to us in ways that we're not looking at. And then it's an opportunity after we've emotionally attached.
Right.
Now we want to physically attach. And now we have physically attached ourselves to someone in a sexual nature. And now you find out that they don't want what you wanted, but you gave them the opener by being overly vulnerable. So you really don't have a position, you really don't have a leg to stand on and be out here dating when you got past baggage that you need to deal with. You need to make sure that your house is in order before you try to bring somebody else into your house.
Right.
Okay? And that's for men too.
Right.
Get your house in order before you try to bring somebody else into your house.
All right. That's a fact.
But I appreciate y'all tonight. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night tonight, man. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, and again, I want to throw this out there real quick. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. I'm doing a lot of joking and laughing, but I'm not being insecure to what people are going through. I'm just saying this is what people think. It's not my views. I definitely respect women. I definitely learned a lot from the relationship, and I apply that, and it makes a difference. Like with the standards and the stuff, like when your boundaries and your standards, it helps you, like you said, to eliminate, to know, like, yo, this ain't going far. This is not gonna make it, so I'm not even gonna waste my time. Then communicating, this is what I'm looking for. They should be able to communicate. This is what I'm looking for. From there, now you talk about sex, intimacy, and stuff like that. It's like I'm at my age now. It's like, sex is cool, but that ain't going to keep you. That's not going to last. So it's like that connection is more important to me. So when we talk about sex, love, and intimacy, my thing is more like an intimacy, like on an emotional level, communication, connect on that. Because like I done had meaningless sex before. I done had one night stands. I done been in the industry with groupies and stuff like that. So that's nothing to me. It's like I want to connect with somebody where it's like substance, where it's like I want to get to know you. I want to grow with you. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know your plans. So it's like once they stimulate that area, it's like, everything else falls in place. So it's like now we can build a love. Now once we get intimate sexually, it's even that much more, because it's not just like meaningless. It's not just like, okay, we're just going through the motions. I'm just getting my rocks off. Right. Because if we fall into rocks off section, then it's like I already know it's no connection. So it's like, now you planning your escape. So it's like, this was a one and done. Or how they say people that watch porno. Like you watch porn, then it's like after you like, who turned this filthy stuff on? It's like you got your fix out of it. Now you can't turn it off fast enough. It's the same thing with like meaningless sex and stuff like that. The older you get. So it's like, I definitely joke a lot on the show to bring humor to it, but it's definitely serious, and I definitely take it serious and apply it. And I salute you, and to the fans out there, I try to joke to make it more fun to listen to. And stuff like that.
You be having me over here stitches. Well, I be trying to keep it together sometimes. Let me have to keep it together.
Yeah, I just want to let them know I'm not trying to be insecure. To somebody may have went through some of this stuff. I'm not laughing at your pain. None of that stuff is just like, life is real enough on its own. So sometimes we gotta laugh, and then I may ask questions just to get a different perspective of something that somebody else may be ashamed of.
And that's important too. And I like the, like how Tanya was engaged in the show tonight. And don't be afraid to just throw out there what you're thinking, your comments and stuff like that, because it makes you a part of the discussion. Right. And I don't have all the answers. And I want people to understand that I don't have all the answers. This is research and perspective that I have, that I put together, that, I see, and conversations that I've had, and what I think is needed for people to be able to have the relationships that they want to have. Okay. But you got to do the work. And, dating etiquette is all going to come down to you. Right. You're going to decide when you want to sleep with somebody. You're going to decide, if it's after 6 dates, or it could be the 6th date. There's an online poll where they're like, most people believe that sex should be allowed after the 6th date. If that's what you're comfortable with, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to proceed. And I can tell you, hey, it could go one or two ways. It can go one or two ways.
Salute, Tanya. We'll see you next time. Salute. I think that's around. Salute. Let's see.
So, I think that, that's just one of those things. Yeah. I appreciate you coming out. I really do. But that's just one of those things. Like you have to gauge what you can handle, and you know you better than I know you, and that's for anybody watching. Like I don't, you've been you all your life.
No,
but I know for a fact that a lot of the things that people are doing, it's not working.
Right.
And if it's not working, why not try something different? And if you really want to be respected and courted, then you have to demand to be respected and courted.
Right.
You can't give somebody a shortcut and say, oh, well, this is how we do it now, and expect to get the same result that your grandmother got or that your mother got when you skipping a whole bunch of steps.
Skipping a whole bunch of steps. That's a fact right there.
That's my only thing with dating etiquette is it's about getting you out. It's about making the environment comfortable enough for you to enjoy each other, spend time together, to laugh, to talk, to just get to know one another without pressure of certain environments or expectations and things of that nature.
Wow, that's real.
And then when you comfortable, like I said, after you've been out a couple, whatever your comfortability ratio is.
Very informative. I appreciate it.
You welcome. You welcome.
Now.
We hope we see you next week, girl.
All right. We'll see you next time.
And for those of y'all that have not watched, if you really want to get the full power of the series, I really suggest you go back to episode 1.
Right.
Episode 1 is the perspective. Episode 2 is standards and boundaries. Episode 3 is communication. And episode 4 is sex, love, and intimacy. There are homework assignments attached to all of those. Please understand that it is for your benefit. But if you really want to get something, look, I believe in this series. I think this series has been dope so far. This is the lightest show we done had, and we didn't really cut up, and it wasn't heavy, but look, you really want to get into it, go back and check them first 4 and get your work right. Okay.
The next week gonna be work because now it's starting to get real. Next week get real.
Yeah, next week we about to kick up on y'all. We're about to kick it back up.
Get back real, because building that relationship ain't easy.
And look, the beginning of the relationship. See, I'm about to. These are some. Look, I ain't gonna hurt y'all tonight. Just come back next week and holler at me. Okay.
That's a fact right there.
Come back and holler at us because we about to kick it for y'all next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, y'all. Definitely.
So I appreciate y'all for kicking it with us and hanging out with us and cutting up with us, and just enjoying our time together and talking about some dating etiquette. And I just really appreciate y'all for coming out. And I hope y'all have a blessed week next week. And I hope to see y'all back next week, ready to do it, ready to learn some more stuff. And hopefully I can learn something too. Because I learned stuff from y'all in the comments.
Yeah. The comments be what you're saying. The comments
they do.
Sometimes.
They do. They be live. They be live.
They get live in there, y'all. I want to send a quick salute to Pen Game Classic, Joel Meeks. I want to send a shout out to my sneaker for checking in on tonight. Yo, Tanya Varner, Miss T. Yo, salute to Cruzalini. Everybody that chimed in the comments, or everybody that watched the show, whether they watched the live or y'all watched the playback, we definitely appreciate y'all. Keep tapping in every Sunday, the relationship series, you know how we do, the straight, honest truth. She ain't pulling no punches, and I know I'm learning a lot, so I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's learning a lot, so let's definitely, tune in. Let's get the homework done because it's gonna affect you. And you'll see the difference. You'll see if you start applying it may not be giant steps, but you'll see the baby steps. If you put in the work, you'll start seeing the reward from it. So, salute to you.
And not only that, you get to give your kids something.
Right.
As your kids grow up and they transition, they get to learn from watching you do it right. And then you also get to coach them on how to do it right. So sometimes we in a situation because we didn't have that.
Facts.
But now you have an opportunity to do it correctly and then give your children advice when it's their time to make those steps.
And that's real right there.
That's how we break the cycle. especially within our community. The number of marriages that we don't have, the number of we know the issues that lie within our community, alone. And to change that, we have to change mindsets and how we've been doing things.
Right. That's a fact right there.
And once we learn how to have healthy relationships, we learn how to do so much other things. So I believe that.
That's real. I'm with it. I'm with that right there. Because that's the thing right there. We all looking for a long term. We all looking for a successful relationship. Mm-hmm. Not just being in a relationship. You want a successful relationship where that love never dies. Where y'all still could be friends. Y'all can still enjoy each other. They walk in the room and they still light up your room.
That's right.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Because I know I still light up when I see my crunchy man.
You won't even
I call him crunchy too. He go to dad about that, and I call him crunchy on camera, but we call each other. That's my dude, and I'm telling you.
Sing for him sometimes. Do you ever serenade him?
Oh, we cuts up. We laugh. We do. Oh boy, I'm telling you, people would think we should look. And you know what's funny? Is how you watch, like you find a little stuff on YouTube or little stuff on TikTok. I got a son that loves TikTok or whatever, so he'll be just look at this, and I'll be looking at some of the couples. I'll be like, boy, I said it show you that every couple do some of the same things that you think that you do behind closed doors with your silliness. Other couples is doing it too, because it's a comfortability level of just being yourself, and not feeling judged about doing wild stuff. Not putting a bonnet on your head or, whatever. Because I put a bonnet on my head if I ain't got my satin pillowcase. That bonnet's going on there. And I part my hair right down the middle and I twist this hair back. And I put the little them little clips there to hold it in place. I know I don't go to bed looking like the cutest thing on the planet. But I love that he loves to just let me be me and that he loves me just the way I am. And you will find that everybody will find that if they're willing to be real enough with themselves to find, because you got to be real to have real.
That's it right there. You got to be real to have real.
That's the bottom line.
You said a powerful thing right there.
It's a powerful thing. I know. We gonna holler at y'all next week.
We thank y'all. All right, love y'all. Have a blessed week, yo. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
Yeah.